Symbols play a key role in diplomacy. Sometimes images are more powerful than long speeches or statements, and that's what Prime Minister Modi's visit to Cyprus has demonstrated. It was the first stop in his three-nation tour. He's on his way to Canada to attend the G7 summit. On his return, he will stop in Croatia. But first, let's talk about Cyprus and the signals the Indian Prime Minister sent from there. We've been telling you why this visit matters. Prime Minister Modi's stopover in Cyprus was more than a courtesy. It was a calculated message directed at Turkey. Turkey, as you know, has come out in open support of Pakistan. It supported Pakistan's military during Operation Sindoor. Turkey armed them against India. Turkish drones were deployed against Indian civilians. And Turkey has been offering Pakistan diplomatic cover, acting as their shield, protecting Islamabad and its terror proxies. Now, against this backdrop, Prime Minister Modi visited Cyprus, and from there he delivered three sharp messages. Each one took an aim at Turkey. The first one was on territorial integrity. Prime Minister Modi extended India's full support for the sovereignty of Cyprus. A joint statement was issued today. It said, and I quote, "India reiterated its unwavering and consistent support for the independence, sovereignty, territorial integrity and unity of the Republic of Cyprus." Now, this may sound like a routine statement, but it's not. Because after this statement, some photographs came out. Prime Minister Modi toured the capital of Cyprus, Nicosia. He visited the Green Line. Now, this Green Line is basically a United Nations buffer zone. It separates Greek Cyprus from the Turkish-controlled north. Cyprus has been divided into two parts, the Greek part and the Turkish-controlled northern part. Now, let me give you a quick primer. Cyprus was invaded by Turkey. This was in 1974. Turkey invaded Cyprus. This was in response to a military coup on the island. So, Turkish forces invaded and they occupied 1/3 of Cyprus. And that portion still remains under Turkish control. Only Turkey recognizes this land as a separate state, and they call it Northern Cyprus. No other country in the world supports Turkey's position on this. Now, during the visit today, Prime Minister Modi stood just meters away from this Green Line. Just meters away from the Turkish-controlled territory begins. And the President of Cyprus was with him. He showed him the Turkish flag on the northern side. Look at these pictures. You can see the Turkish flag in the Indian Prime Minister's backdrop. Now, this is a powerful message. This visit, a message of solidarity for Cyprus and a message to Turkey. India is signaling that it stands with Cyprus in this dispute. And Prime Minister Modi's second message was equally powerful. It was over the issue of terrorism. He thanked Cyprus for standing with India. After the Pahalgam terror attack, Cyprus expressed support to India. Both sides called for a zero-tolerance approach to terror. They demanded the elimination of terror networks and punishment for terrorists.
The visit of the Prime Minister is the first of the country since the recent cowardly terrorist attack in Pahalgam. I want to repeat publicly the full support of Cyprus to India's actions against the battling of terrorism in every form. Terrorism cannot be accepted.
To achieve this objective, India and Cyprus are joining hands. They will now share real-time intelligence to tackle the threat from terrorists, the trafficking of arms and drug smuggling. So India and Cyprus now share a security alliance. It stands in contrast to the Turkey-Pakistan axis, an axis that shelters extremist groups and promotes instability in the region. Prime Minister Modi's third message was focused on regional alignment. Cyprus is strategically significant for India. It can act as a bridge to Europe and a partner in regional trade. The Indian Prime Minister held important engagements in Cyprus. He attended a business roundtable. There is talk of advancing the India-Middle East-Europe corridor, better known as 𝐈𝐴MEC. This is an upcoming trade corridor to connect India with Europe via West Asia. And Cyprus wants to become a part of it. And that's not all. Prime Minister Modi also highlighted the potential of India-Cyprus bilateral trade. Both sides also discussed UPI, India's unified payments interface for digital payments. It created a payments revolution in India by simplifying small but immediate bank transfers. 7 foreign nations now accept UPI. India is in talks to extend this facility to Cyprus now. And this economic pitch strengthens the larger signal. India is offering its hand to partners who value stability and it is bypassing those that don't, like Turkey. But this visit was not only about confrontation. Developments in the wider region also figured in the discussions. Prime Minister Modi expressed concerns over the Israel-Iran conflict. He said this is not an era of war. That's something that he's said in the past for the Russia-Ukraine conflict.
पश्चिम एशिया और यूरोप में चल रहे कॉन्फ्लिक्ट को लेकर हम दोनों ने चिंता व्यक्त की है। इनका नकारात्मक प्रभाव केवल उस क्षेत्र तक सीमित नहीं है। हम दोनों मानते हैं कि यह युद्ध का युग नहीं है। संवाद से समाधान और स्थिरता की बहाली ये मानवता की पुकार है।
Cyprus also awarded Prime Minister Modi its highest honor, the Grand Cross of the Order of Makarios III. Prime Minister Modi dedicated the award to Indian citizens and to the friendship between India and Cyprus. Such visits often go unnoticed on the diplomatic calendar, but this one stood out because it made a clear statement about India's intent and its resolve to defend its interests.
First post now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka kaljo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
$1
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select the language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. First post.